follow the storage conditions as indicated on the label, usually below 25 degrees centigrade in a dry area, away from direct sunlight, autoclaves, hot air ovens, or other heat sources. Use your stock in lot batch number order, that is, the product with the earlier lot or batch number should be opened first. Do not open a new bottle until the previous bottle has been emptied. Note on the label the date the container is first opened. After use, make sure the container is tightly closed and return it to the designated storage area. Order the medium in an appropriate size of container and according to the need of your laboratory. A large container which is opened several times will spoil the medium over time. Discard the medium if the powder has caked, if the color has changed, or if it appears abnormal in any way. Reconstitution of dehydrated media. Follow instructions for the preparation of culture media given on the label of each bottle. It is advisable to prepare 1 week's requirement only. Always use freshly prepared distilled or deionized water. Warm the water up to 50 degrees centigrade to quicken the dissolution of the medium. Rinse all glassware with the distilled or deionized water and make sure that the vessels are clean. Prepare the medium in a container which is about twice the final volume of the medium needed, so that the dry powdered medium can be adequately mixed. Open the culture medium container away from current of air or moisture. Wear a mask and gloves to avoid inhaling the powder and prolonged skin contact. Weigh the powder quickly, accurately, and without creating clouds of dust. Close the container as soon as possible. Pour half the required volume of distilled water in the vessel, then add the weight quantity of medium, mixing briskly for a few minutes. Pour the rest of the distilled water down the sides of the vessel to wash away any medium sticking to the sides of the vessel back into the solution. This is important as dry culture media powder, which does not dissolve, may not be sterilized in the autoclave and can be a source of contamination. Media containing agar should be heated first to completely dissolve the agar before autoclaving. Bring the medium to a boil without burning. Most culture media will require final sterilization in an autoclave at 121 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes, but it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions as it may vary for different media. Do not adjust the pH of dehydrated media prior to sterilization. The pH of the dehydrated media is adjusted by the manufacturer so that after the medium is prepared, the pH of the prepared medium matches with the label specifications given by the manufacturer. A liquid medium can be tested by dipping a narrow range pH paper into a sample of the medium at room temperature and comparing the color of the paper against the pH color chart provided. An agar medium can be tested by laying a narrow range pH paper on its surface after it has solidified. The color of the paper is then compared against the pH color chart. Sterilization of culture media. Usually, culture media in volumes up to 1 liter are sterilized by autoclaving at 121 degrees centigrade for 20 minutes. Manufacturer's instructions should always be referred to. Overheating of the media should be avoided as it may cause the formation of toxic products due to chemooxidation. Therefore, it is important to optimize the heating process so that sterility is achieved without damaging the ingredients of the medium. Distribution of media. Media may be distributed in plates, test tubes, or bottles. Standard aseptic precautions should always be followed. It is preferred to work within an inoculation hood or cabinet filled with a filtered air supply. Always heat the mouth of the container from which the medium is being poured in a flame. For making a slant or a slope, the tubes have to be laid at an angle which allows the slant to be formed. The medium is poured such that there is a thick butt at the bottom. This shape provides a large surface area for inoculation. If the medium is used for a stab culture, the test tube should be half filled with the medium and allowed to set in an upright position. For distribution into plates, the melted sterile medium is poured on a flat surface. Pour such a volume that the medium is about 4 millimeters in height from the base of the plate. This volume will be around 15 to 20 milliliters for a plate of diameter 90 to 100 millimeters. The plates are left undisturbed till the medium is set. If you find bubbles on the surface of the medium, remove them easily by running a Bunsen burner flame across the surface of the medium. To reduce condensation of water on the lids, the media should be cooled down to 52 degrees centigrade before pouring. When plates have been poured, the steam from the hot liquid condenses on the surface of the medium. This layer of moisture is undesirable and should be removed by drying the set plates in a drying cabinet at 60 degrees centigrade for 15 to 30 minutes. The plate is kept inverted, resting it on the lid to ensure proper drying. All poured plates should have even depth and formed firm gel. The surface of the agar plates should be smooth and free from bubbles. Storage of prepared media. The recommended shelf life of prepared culture media varies considerably. Screw-cap bottles of nutrient broth and agar can be stored for 6 months at low ambient temperatures. It is important to store all media away from light. Agar plates should be stored at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade in sealed containers to avoid loss of moisture. Do not freeze the media. Fresh media are better than stored media. It is advisable to prepare media according to your weekly requirement rather than storing them for longer periods. Date of preparation of a particular lot of media should be marked. Examine prepared media before inoculation. Look for evidence of contamination, uneven filling, or bubbles on the surface of agar, color changes, hemolysis, and signs of dehydration such as shrinking and cracking. Discard any defective plates or tubes. Laboratory quality control tests on prepared media. Quality control tests on prepared media should be carried out routinely to ensure that the media prepared are within the satisfactory performance limits. It also helps in validating the method of preparation of the media. Always document any quality control tests run on media in a separate register. Each lot or batch of prepared medium should be subjected to this testing regimen. pH value. The pH of the prepared medium in its final form at an ambient temperature of 25 degrees centigrade should lie within the range given on the product label. The medium should be discarded if the pH value lies outside the specified range. Sterility. A few plates, tubes, or bottles prepared from each lot or batch should be incubated for 2 to 5 days at 35 to 30 degrees centigrade and 50 to 55 degrees centigrade. For a lot of 100 or less units, 3 to 5% units should be tested. For a larger lot, 10 random plates or tubes should be tested for sterility. If there is no microbial growth after incubation, that batch or lot can be considered sterile. Discard all sterility samples when the tests have been completed. Growth performance. To test whether the medium prepared supports the growth of bacteria, inoculate a few units with appropriate stock cultures or fresh isolates. Use a standard inoculation procedure.